столько людей, а тут так мало.
Well, we have 5 of them are in Alabama.
5 Alabama,
And then 2 people.
2 here are going to be watched later. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, amazing, guys, что вы здесь. Раз. Окей, тут слышно. Oh, okay. Thanks, Arthur. Because the first I come is like I didn't hear anything. Hello, Alabama people. If you're watching us, we're here. I'm here, and they sitting there. I don't know if you see them, but we're here, and so good time when we could come together. And все, что перед нами есть, и все, что мы будем делать, это будет кемп, детский кемп. Я вас всех приветствую здесь сегодня вечером. Вы сделали очень хорошо, что вы пришли. Мы в прошлый раз были, я, Александр Несенчук и Анастасия, и была Люда еще, и было few more people. И мы такие, if there's going to be that kind of participation, we would do nothing. Да, but сегодня вы молодцы, что вы отозвались, пришли. Спасибо всем. И я хочу вам сказать одну такую вещь, что это мы не делаем для меня или для Саши или для Анастасии. Это не для нас мы делаем, это мы делаем во славу Божью, serving kids. Мы служим детям, и мы на эту неделю должны будем все сделать так, чтобы нам побыть, послужить, чтобы вложить в детей все то, что в нашей программе есть, чтобы они могли, уходя из лагеря, их спросить у всех, о чем мы разговаривали, what are you talking about? And they will say like, we talk about light. We talk about light a lot. And what are you going to do with the light? I'm going to be shining. And that's all we need. And я вам скажу еще одно. Даже когда мы будем в это все мы находиться, я хотел бы, чтобы мы это делали, когда мы будем детям говорить или что-то делать, мы сами будем этому учиться. Мы сами будем этому учиться. И я вспоминаю couple этих camps before. Я с Артуром встретился. Мы с Артуром часто там почти все время. И он говорит, we remember, we were warrior of the, был warrior, и был этот солдат там такой все, we were warrior of the word of God. И это очень важно. Это вообще можно было бы такое сделать, как сколько было лагерей и какие темы все были, о чем мы говорили. И дети, которые сегодня уже выросли, когда-то Эрика была в лагере, Люда когда-то была в лагере as a kid, but today Эрика, Люда и Антон, они были раньше детьми, а сегодня они уже могут тем детям служить. Как это хорошо. Как это хорошо, что вы остались в церкви. Как хорошо, что вы понимаете, что это важно. Значит, не зря. And we wait for reward to heaven forever. That's amazing. Praise God. Опять же, благодарю сегодня всех, кто пришли. Для того, что мы здесь будем делать. Я вот такой introduction сделал, благословляя ваши руки, ваш разум, ваше тело, ваше духовное состояние, чтобы мы могли просто much as possible послужить там, где мы будем этим деткам, чтобы мы могли просто сфокусироваться на это, чтобы мы могли в этом просочиться, get juiced on it, чтобы мы так могли в это просочиться. И это не просто там I'm doing my job. It is very important. Do at least your job. But if you see something on the side and you need to help someone, you can be like, okay, I can help you. I have a few minutes. Don't be passed by problem. We have to be encourage each other. We have to stay for each other because it's a church camp and church нам доверила это провести. Every one of them. Мы сейчас помолимся, попросим Божьего благословения. Мы будем иметь пост. Мы еще не решили, когда. Мы ближе к тому времени будем иметь пост за кемп. Мы будем, может, соберемся как-то вечером все еще, помолимся, если кто сможет. Я думаю, все молодые смогут добыть до самого вечера в посте, чтобы мы с постом пришли и быть wholly angry to have a good camp. Like, oh, I'm angry because I'm hungry, but this is anger for good. you know. Такой, oh, I'm so hungry, but I'm hungry for to be camp going good. Is there such a thing? Yes. И мы потом пойдем домой и перекусим, да. А может быть, поедем где-то вместе все посидим, покушаем chicken wings, if anybody want to. Yeah, somebody already write a note. Yes. Да, так что мы это сделаем обязательно, мы в посте, мы всегда это делаем, постимся. И уже сегодня я хотел бы, чтобы мы об этом молились. Каждый учитель, каждый наставник, даже как говорится, ну сказали бы, у нас Виктор будет этим Night Guard, да, и Джеймс. Кто? Назар. И казалось бы, ну что им там? Вам тоже нужно молиться, чтобы Бог сохранил, чтобы дети не бегали, чтобы никаких происшествий ночных не было. Казалось бы, easy, только вы и все. Да, но вы watching over everybody. It's very important. Very important. It's not just like something like we have to be careless. Everybody have to be on a guard. Everybody has to on a guard. Опять же, сегодня будет говорить Настя, Тарас будет? Ага, Алекс будет говорить, Настя, и у кого есть, может, какие-то вещи, free, be like family, whatever you want to put it in, whatever you're thinking about, don't take it home, free to take, free to ask, free to say, потому что это очень важно. Давайте мы поднимемся наши ноги, попросим Божьего благословения на это служение и будем продолжать дальше. Господь, мы благодарим Тебя, Боже, мы славим имя Твое святое, что можем приходить при Твое лицо во имя Иисуса Христа, нашего Спасителя. Понимая, разумея, Господь, то, Господь, что мы зависим от Тебя, что Ты все и во всем. Аллилуйя, слава Тебе, хвала Тебе, Господи. Я благодарю Тебя за этих прекрасных молодых людей, Господи. Я благодарю Тебя, Боже мой, что у них есть желание, Господь, потрудиться и послужить в детском лагере, который будет, Господь, у нас в этом 26-м году. Господи, я благодарю Тебя, я благословляю каждого в отдельности. Я благословляю, Господь, все то, что мы будем делать, Господь. Все мероприятия, школы, классы, просто занятия, где бы мы ни были бы, Господь, когда делает крафт, когда спорт проходит, Господи, мы просим Твоей охраны, Боже, мы просим Твоей охраны, Господи. Часто или бывают такие моменты, где Ты нас чему-то учишь, что-то нам показываешь, что встречается, что мы не хотели бы, чтобы встретилось, Господи, но через это Ты нас проводишь, Господь, и научаешь нас, Господь, как правильно поступать, как правильно жить, ходить, Господи. Я прошу, благослови, дай нам ухо слышащее, око видящее и сердце разумеющее, Господи. Сохрани, Господь Иисусе, от всяких происшествий. Сохрани, мы просим Тебя во имя Иисуса Христа. Прибудь с нами, благослови нас на этом месте. Благослови, кто что будет говорить, Господь. Каждого открой сердце, если мы имеем какие-то вопросы, или чтобы мы не стеснялись, а чтобы мы это открыто говорили, Господи. Все это для славы Твоего имени, для благословения наших детей, для нашей церкви и для будущности этих детей, чтобы это послужило для спасения их жизни, Господь, и они вспоминали каждого из нас, их наставников, называли их по имени и говорили: я помню, мне сказали хорошо, мне послужили хорошо, и чтобы это запомнилось в их сердцах, Господь. Боже мой, никакой работы нету очень маленькой или маловажной. Каждая работа, она несет с собой большую ответственность. Я благословляю всех, благословляю, Господь, всех. Крафт Алла будет делать, Господь, я благословляю тех, кто будет там с ней. Господи, я прошу, благослови. Мы еще будем об этом молиться, но мы сегодня уже молимся и просим Тебя. Уже церковь молилась, Господь. Я верю в то, что эти молитвы уже складываются, и мы будем иметь благословение Твое. Я прошу во имя Иисуса. И кто сегодня здесь будет говорить: благослови, Господь, дай правильные слова, и во всем да прославится имя Твое святое, наш Спаситель и Бог, Отец, Сын и Дух Святой. Аминь. God bless.
Okay, so welcome. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for volunteering and for taking time out of your day and out of your life to serve us and serve our children, It's really awesome. So I'm just really grateful for all of you guys. Above, I have a kind of a link compilation. I made a lot of different documents. If you click on it, there's schedules. I have a detailed schedule. I have a mini schedule. I've got worship, I think helpers and some other stuff up there, security as well. And then I have guidelines, things like that. So we'll just go over all that. But the main point of today, I just want to get all of our information out there. I don't want anyone to be without information. I think in previous years, a lot of times our staff has just kind of come in a little bit blind. Maybe we didn't know exactly what was going on. We didn't have an exact, very in-depth grasp of our schedule. That's a huge problem. So I'm right. So anyway, I'm hoping that you guys take your time and please look at the detailed schedule, look at all the stuff I put out there because there's a lot of important information. I don't want anyone to be confused. So I guess starting with some of the things I want to go over, I just want to talk a little bit about our vision and our expectations. Pastor Ilya already started that, and some of the stuff he said is so true. The kids remember everything from camp. Like, it is one of the most memorable and amazing experiences for the kids and for us as well. I mean, we come back to volunteer every year because we love it. It's really awesome. So if it's awesome for us, it's even more awesome for the kids. So we really want to make sure that we're creating an environment for the kids that is welcoming and, structured, and also something where they're actually taking things away and they're actually learning. I don't want it to be a free-for-all, but it doesn't have to be way too, over the top strict. You guys know there's a happy medium. So we're just going to go over a couple things today that will help us with that. So the number one thing I think for staff, for you guys, is I really want each and every one of us to remember that we're a team, and there's nobody here that is the main staff and someone who's, I'm just a helper, or I'm just this, because every single one of you guys makes an impact on the kids. Your attitude, your energy, your participation, whether you're a teacher, a counselor, a helper, an activities helper, every single one of you is extremely important, and you guys set the tone and the atmosphere, okay? All I do is put it together. You guys are the ones who actually make it what it is, if that makes sense, in the kids' eyes. So, so that being said, Pastor Ilya said a really good point, being proactive and helpful towards each other. If you see someone struggling, if, I walk by, of course, I'm helping out, but say Arthur walks by and Luda's, kids are just, then if he sees that, then, he needs to step in and help out. He needs to be a team player, and that's all of us. So no matter what position we are all a team, okay? Does that sound fair? Okay. All right. So talking a little bit about the discipline, I'll just start with that. There's a link to our rules. And if you look at those are our strikeable offenses, okay? We employ a 3-strike policy. We always have. Luckily, it's never come to the point where we've had to send somebody home, but we do employ that, and I will ask you guys to keep track of that. So there's things on there like, don't be violent. You can't be hitting each other, that kind of stuff. So just read that through. Those are very important, okay? We don't want to have any accidents. And we don't want to have any bullying. We have a 0 tolerance policy for bullying. So if you see it, it needs to be stopped immediately. It's not okay. So, one time too many. Yeah, so true. So just use your discernment when you distinguish playing or like roughhousing from bullying, okay? Because there is a difference, and we don't want to be in the middle of something. You know what I mean? Okay, continuing on the discipline factor, there is a new dress code. We've had issues with dress code in the past, but we've never really had any official collection on our dress code, but we do now. So it's out there, so keep in mind, anybody on staff can make a zamichanya. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable going up to the student or the camper, then you can go to their teacher, but anyone on staff has the right to make a zamichanya on discipline and behavior or dress code. So,
maybe it's okay to do that, like what you said, but a lot of time it's probably the best way, say like if Olex or, скажем там, Erica's kid, или Люда, они не будут учить нам, whoever kid. And if you see that, you can make замечания to everybody. But if teacher to teacher, yes, hey, your child is dressed up on proper, just go tell him. Because она тебе может, ребенок может тебе увидеть тебя первый раз и сказать,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, here."
So true.
Это может быть, это может быть. Так что вы подаете к тичеру и скажете, first of all, teacher должен, когда дети выходят с класса, вы должны уже это увидеть. Уже увидеть what's wrong, what's right.
Yeah.
Да, потому что дети, бывает такое часто, что они говорят, or you do done this, I have my teacher. You know, and some kind of way makes sense, but мы будем учить детей, чтобы они так не делали.
Yeah.
So, именно rules замечания.
Yeah, so if it's your student, obviously, you know, you'll tell them, but if it's not your student, you're right. Maybe it's better to tell their teacher and they'll tell them. Okay, moving on. I want to get through this because I don't want to drag anything out. So let's go ahead and move on. So kind of along with our camp discipline and behavior, a really important factor of last year was safety and emergencies. So this year, I want to be as proactive as possible. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but I really think that as long as we are educated and we know what to do in the case of an emergency, we can minimize the impact as much as possible, and that's the goal. So safety really is our top priority. I'll get into boat day a little bit down the list, but I have an emergency protocol linked on in my little collection over there. So please take a look at that and just take a moment to familiarize yourself with what to do in case of an emergency. A lot of it is very straightforward, but sometimes, you know, we might lose it if things get too crazy. So just please take a look. So staff need to be proactive. I already said that. Oh, head counts. Pretty much at every point, we need to make sure that we are keeping track of all of our students. So whether it's activities you guys are having, you know, you need to make sure everyone is there. We can't have people straggling, going into the woods, doing things they're not supposed to be doing. Arts and crafts, we can't have people camping out in the bathroom because they don't want to make a bracelet. So it's very important that people are participating because as soon as one little kid thinks that they get the right to walk around and I don't want to do it, then you get the whole train. Oh, she's not doing it, you know. So participation, safety, keeping track of all of our kids all the time is very important, okay? And that's not just the counselor's job, that's everybody. So if you see something, say it, okay? The other thing is we have designated free time on the schedule. Any other time is not free time. Last year, we had a problem with kids getting way too crazy when it was not even free time, and that's when we had our accident, because they were not doing what they were supposed to be doing, they were not where they were supposed to be. So, that being said, we have a designated free time slot. Please use that time for free time. Every other time is not free time, okay? So, it's very detailed on the schedule, so I don't want to see anybody not doing what they're supposed to be doing, especially the boys. I feel like it's always free time for y'all, okay? So let's lock in, seriously. Okay. Right. Okay. All right, so moving on to the schedule, speaking of which, the listed times that are on the schedule are the start time of the activity, okay? So where it says, 12:45 is activity 1 or 11, whatever, that is the start time. So counselors, when it says 8:30 is morning exercise, that doesn't mean that at 8:30 they put on their shoes. That means 8:30 they are on the field having their morning exercise, period. There's no, I don't want to have any behind schedules or anything like that, okay? Activities. When activity time is over, it's over. I mean, you guys are usually pretty good about that. Same thing with arts and crafts, but that is the start time. And I have a buffer. It's like a 15-minute buffer for our transition that should help with getting from activities to sports and sports to crafts. because every year that's usually a huge problem. So hopefully that buffer works, and we'll obviously work with each other on feedback and making sure that we're up to date, but that is it's very important. So remember, I will reiterate once again, the scheduled activity slots or whatever this is on the schedule is the start time, okay? All right, capiche? Yep. Okay. There's wiggle room. I already mentioned that. And I already mentioned that other stuff. Okay. One more thing I want to say. Nobody here is allowed to be unaware of what's going on at any time, okay? You're not allowed to be unaware, okay? It's very clear on there. We have to communicate. If there's a problem, we'll let you know, but every single one of you needs to know exactly what's happening at all times. One issue I've noticed, and I think we've all noticed in the past years, is there are some staff who are unaware of what's supposed to be happening next. They don't know where they're supposed to be at. We will have none of that, okay? It's a huge waste of time. It's a security risk. It's a safety issue, okay? All right, so you're not allowed to not know. You have to. Okay. All right, moving on, boat day. For boat day, it's going to be on Wednesday. So if you look at the schedule, we're still going to have our morning announcements, our Bible lesson, everything, just like last year, except the time that we're supposed to transition after our Bible lesson to our sports and our activities, we're just going to go ahead and get the boats there. We're going to load up like last year, have our transportation system. It's going to take a minute because it's like multiple trips. So we will organize exactly what groups are going when the time comes, so you'll be aware. So it'll take a while. So if your group is waiting over there, you have to just wait there. You can't let your kids have a free-for-all during the camp. You just wait there, or at the location, you just have to wait. Activities, you guys will work with Arthur and make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on. You guys will have your own thing going, I'm sure. Okay, arts and crafts, you guys do not have to be at the boat day. We will have a lot of helpers there. If you want to come and help, let me know, but you're not required to be there. So activities is required. Security is not required at this time unless we want to change that. Do we think we need security there at boat day?
At the camp?
At the lake.
At the lake. Well, everybody's going to be watching each other.
Yeah, I don't think we need security either. Okay, so just let me know if you're in arts and crafts and you want to come and help, then you can, but you're not required. Okay. Counselors, you have to watch your campers the entire time for boat day, okay? Last year, I don't want to keep referencing last year, but again, I mean, we're improving, so every year we're just trying to do better. We're using examples from the past, so I will reference last year. It was all right, but there were some staff who were not watching their kids. Staff, I know we want to have fun and do a backflip and swim, so fun. Unfortunately, this is not your time. This is the kids' time. And we are the adults, so we will be watching. We are not, I mean, if you're going to get in the water with your kids, fine, but I don't want to see any, this is not your time to hang out. You guys can have your own lake day another time. So staff this year, it's not our fun day, okay? It's our lock-in day and watch day, okay? So activities, I talked to you already. There's going to be kids who can't swim and probably will lie about it, who get scared and who might play roughly with other kids. That is unacceptable. I don't want to see anybody trying to drown each other, dunk each other, splash water in each other's mouths. I mean, just please use your judgment. That stuff is a huge risk. So that is obviously, that's a big deal. So please just use your judgment. Go ahead.
When the boat day is not going to be swimming.
We swam last year.
You swam last year?
Yeah, we got in the water and splashing, and we had rafts and. Yeah, you can't keep them out, but they have to have a life jacket, even while swimming. I know some people say, "Oh, I can swim without it." I don't care if they can swim without it or not. They will be wearing their life jacket, period. So the whole time on the boats, when they're on the shore eating lunch, they can take it off fine. But if they're in the water, they have to wear it. So Anybody without, oh, and it has to be properly fitting. If somebody has a life jacket, it's their dad's life jacket, it's the only one they had at home, and it doesn't fit, guess what? They're not getting in the water. I mean, it has to be a properly fitted, safe life jacket. We'll have no drowning, okay? Oh, I mean, okay, if you guys can swim, then you guys don't need a life jacket. I don't think you would lie about that. Yeah, it's on the packing list and on the registration form about the life jacket. You have to have that. Okay, keep track of the schedule. That's the other thing. Last year, when it was time to go, it's like half the staff and kids were not aware. Again, I have the departure on the schedule. So that means, I think it's at like 5:30, I think. So when it's 5:30, that doesn't mean you get out of the water. That means at 5:30, you're lined up on the shore and you're waiting for the boat to pick you up. That's what that means. So if it's 5 o'clock and you know you have a bunch of little girls who need to change and put on their t-shirts and put on their towels, whatever, then get them all out at 5, get them wrapped up, get them dried off, whatever you need to do, and be ready at 5:30 for departure, okay? So, and do a head count. So you will have, I think what we'll do is we'll have our counselors plus the cabin helpers, so they'll help you out. We'll have some extra people on hand. I might go, we'll see if we need that, then we'll see. Okay. Lunchtime, all the kids have to stay in their groups also. So, okay. Moving on, I think I think that pretty much covers boat day. Does anybody have questions about boat day? No. Okay. Okay, moving on. Communication is the next thing. Of course, our radios will have to be on at all times, also at the boat day. We have to have those on, and they have to be charged. So what that means is in the morning, we'll pick them up from the little storeroom that we have, and after evening service, we'll put them away and put them on charge, okay? They all have to be charged. Last year, we had an issue with radios dying, things like that. So we don't want to have any issues there. I'll be in charge of radios.
You have to take it back.
Yep. So we did that a few years ago. I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I guess if you guys don't want to do the sign in, sign out thing, then we don't have to do that. If you want to have the charger in your cabin instead, we could do that. I mean, what's more comfortable for you? It's like a 2. So then that would mean like, so say Luda and Anna. So Luda would have both of them in her room, or Anna would have both of them in her room, because they both have to charge, if that makes sense. So, okay, so you guys would rather have them with you at night? Okay, we could do that. That's fine. That's fine. Just make sure it's charged, and make sure your kids don't touch it, please. Every year, the kids get on there and they say goofy stuff, or they have their own walkie-talkies and they want to interfere with our like little channel, whatever. I don't know how that works. Anyway, that's very annoying. Confiscate. No kids are having their own radios this year. It's so annoying, seriously. Yeah, okay, I will. You know what? Matter of fact. Period. Okay. I'll put it on I'll put it on the registration. So true. Well, I mean, if we see them, if they sneak it in or whatever, we'll just take it away. They're not getting it back until the end of camp. So if you see it, it's gone. Okay. Where were we? Oh, you guys distracted me. Okay, where were we? Okay, yes. Okay, so the radio. So yeah, no excessive horseplay. Sometimes you guys want to get silly on there. You can be silly, but don't be annoying, please. Let's be professional, guys. We're professionals, okay? All right. Next thing I want to cover, activity participation. I don't want to see any counselors who are ruining the vibe, okay? When it's time for activities and crafts, I know that the counselors want to have a moment to just kind of chill and not be like overly involved. I mean, maybe during crafts you can take a little break because we have a lot of craft helpers, but during sports, I really want to see all of our counselors be engaged, all of our staff. That includes activity staff, that includes helpers, arts and crafts people. I don't want to see negativity or anyone who just kind of wants to sit out and be lazy. Like I said before, it really sets the tone. I mean, when we have counselors who don't want to cheer their kids on, that is so sad. Like, you have to cheer them on, you know? You have to make it exciting for them. If they look at their counselor, like, you're like their little mommy and daddy at camp. Like, if they look at you and you do not care, you could not care less, it's so obvious, and it's hurtful, you know, and it's mean, and it's no fun. So counselors, I really encourage you to get involved during activities and sports. Cheer your team on, help them out, you know, like, just kind of make it more exciting for them, because it's very important to make them feel, you know, like we care, you know what I mean? Okay. The next thing is excuses. A lot of kids are going to have a headache and a tummy ache, okay? If somebody's really hurt, please send them to the nurse, but you can usually tell if somebody's having a headache or a tummy ache. Make them drink their water, but again, that kind of comes back on you. If your campers are acting like they don't want to have anything to do with the activity, that's on you. So you need to just kind of, you know, like, boost them up a little, make them more confident, and then maybe their headache will go away. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Every year, okay, somebody doesn't feel good. Okay. Okay, so we set the atmosphere. We got that? Yes. Very nice. Okay. Next thing on the list is our general well-being at camp. We are responsible for our campers for the entire week, and parents are trusting us to make sure their kids are cared for. Pastor Ilya talked about this a little bit, and it's so true. We're going to be, you know, helping them clean up, helping them get ready, helping them stay on task, tying their shoes, doing their hair for them. I mean, that kind of stuff, we kind of have to do it, you know, because their parents come pick them up and they're dirty and they stink. They haven't showered all week, you know, their clothes are ripped, like, they have a sunburn. Like, come on, you know, we have to take care of our children. So it's a huge part of being a teacher and a helper as well. So please make sure that your campers are also eating at their meal times. You know, dehydration. Oh, and staying hydrated. Dehydration can even be fatal. We know that. So they're required to have their water bottles. We need to make sure that they're drinking their water, they're eating at meal times, they're not getting lightheaded or dizzy, they're not hungry, you know. So that's another important thing. When they need help with sunscreen, bug spray, don't roll your eyes. Don't, you know, oh, you can do it yourself. Just help them, okay? Especially the little ones. They're like 6 years old. They can't do anything. So just take care of our children, please. Okay. Make sure you know where the general supplies are being held around the campsite. That includes water stations, that includes our activities, that includes our, like, supply area. We are going to have a first aid kit. We're going to have all that other stuff. So just make sure that you know generally where things are. Speaking of the first aid kit, don't try to administer first aid if you aren't trained. So we take this very seriously. We will have a nurse on site. If the nurse is not available, we can call the park rangers for any issues. They can help us in a lot of cases, but if it's like a real medical serious issue, then we just have to call for an ambulance. Yes, Luda? We're going to have Vala, which I have to confirm with her still, but it seems like, right. So Vala Napora, and then I think I need one more. So if you guys know any nurses, let me know, because I think I need to do like a little schedule for two of them. Yes, so she will be, but not every day. So yeah, I'll need someone to be there the days that she's not. So I think that they'll be there from, like, say 9 to 8 maybe. I mean, I know that's long, but maybe 9 to 6 after activities are over. Yeah, okay. Let me make a note about that. 9 to 6. Okay, I didn't make a nurse schedule yet. Okay. Any injuries? Okay, yeah, I already talked about that. Okay. So wrapping up my portion, I just have a few more minutes and then we'll open up for questions, discussions, and suggestions. Okay, wrapping it up. So staff culture, we talked about that. Just support each other. Step in when someone is overwhelmed. Oh, no gossip or complaining in front of campers. Okay, I know we all like to talk. We have grievances. We need to vent. That's fine. Then not in front of a camper. Okay, not in front of a child. I don't want to have anybody overhearing our concerns or our negative stuff. So none of that. Okay. Next thing, flexibility. I don't want anything to go wrong. I don't want the schedule to go off course. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone to, but sadly, it happens. We could get derailed on the schedule. We probably will be derailed on the schedule at least a couple times. But if that happens, we just need to stay flexible and adapt to our issues. Whatever's happening, let's just help each other out and remember that we're in this together as a team, okay? It's not, activities over here, arts and crafts over here, and teachers. We are all together as a family. Yes? Yes. Okay. Okay, so final points. Kids, remember how you make them feel, okay? They remember if you build them up or if you tear them down. They remember your tone when you talk to them. They remember the stories you tell them, the lessons you teach them, the memories you make with them. They remember all that stuff, and they have an impression of you. So just keep that in mind and try to be as loving and open as possible, no matter how frustrated or tired you get, because it's a long week and we get tired, but we're all here for each other, and we're all here for our kids to make a beautiful, amazing, wonderful camp experience for them. So just be present. Don't be on your phones. Be engaged in their experience at camp and ask questions if you're unsure. And remember, I am here to help. We are all here to help, okay? I'll be there the whole time. So if you guys need something, please let me know. We'll get it taken care of, whatever it is, okay? Okay, so next portion we need to talk about is questions, concerns, ideas. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of ideas. Don't be shy now. Actually, Arthur, do you have anything you need to talk about? Arthur, I want to hear it. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's have a report.
No, I have nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Okay.
After camp, y'all hear a lot.
Okay. All right.
Before camp, don't hear a lot after camp. We didn't do this, we didn't do that, we didn't do this.
No, I mean, they're going to be your basic sports.
So, yeah, that's one thing. I think last year we had some things about it being too sporty, you know? Like the guys want to play soccer, but little girls don't want to kick a soccer ball around.
With the whole camp-wide activities, we're trying to pick for stuff.
Okay, we are. Yeah, we are, but that's only going to be one of the slots. So we're trying the park ranger activity this year, but they only have one day available for us now, which will be Friday. So we have to move Victor Volanets to Thursday. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, for sports, I mean, I know you guys have things you want to talk about. So anything else, Luda?
I'm very invested in the sports. I want it to be very fun.
But your arts and crafts.
I'm not making arts and crafts.
She's a teacher.
That's taken care of. Yeah.
Okay. Julia sent me some game ideas that looked really cute, and I was thinking maybe if we don't have room for those games during Arthur's stuff, during free time, we can organize like a few games in the main hall, and whoever wants to play them can kind of do them with us. If that sounds like something you guys think would be a good idea.
Wait, if you have games, you can take Tuesday's camp-wide activities.
I don't want to do that. I'm already doing everything. I'm just kidding. Julia. Yeah, they're ideas for you. Yeah. Yeah, because it's.
Some arts and crafts ideas.
Hey, they'll take it.
I just don't want arts and crafts to be very crafty, you know?
No, okay.
No, I'll take your idea.
Okay, I said that wrong. I said that did not come out and not make sense. What I meant to say was some of the sports were a little too, yeah, they're like dull. Okay, yes, Ala. Yeah, to do like different games and stuff.
No, я буду робити.
Oh, he'll do it. I'm doing enough. Okay. Oh, actually, speaking of which, let's go ahead and open the schedule real quick. I have a few points of interest I want to talk about on the schedule. So if you guys can open the mini schedule, I think it's called general schedule, something like that. Okay, mini, yes. Okay. On that one, if you guys look, I'm changing a little bit around. So every year, you guys know how we have like the cabin presentations? Okay, so, that's on Monday. So basically, how it's gonna go is like this. Sunday, your campers are arriving, and what you have to do on Sunday is pick a team name for your campers, okay? You guys can start on whatever, but you at least need to have a team name. Then Monday, after lunch, we have a little bit of free time. Then from 3:30 to 6, we have group presentation preparation. Okay, what we do, okay, so your groups have to have a like demonstration of some sort, whether that's a skit, a verse where everybody says a part, or a song where everyone sings together. So that will be part of the presentation, but I'll talk to the counselors more about that. So that's what's happening on Monday. We're gonna have like a 3.5 hour period to prepare for that, okay? All right, and then the next thing is I wanna talk about after our activity split 2. You guys see it says cabin time, that's every day except Wednesday. Okay, that is like a 30-minute window for you guys to get together as a cabin and just reset. It's after our activities, and there's going to be some cleanup involved. I would encourage you guys to help with that. If you're last on arts and crafts, then help with arts and crafts cleanup. If you're last on activities, then help with activities cleanup. I would just encourage the kids to get involved with some of that too. I mean, they don't have to lug stuff around, but if there's like paint on the floor and they did it, okay, they have to clean it up, you know? So that's the other thing. So that 30-minute period is meant for our campers to just reset in their cabins. If they need to change their clothes, whatever they need to do, that's what that's for. And that's also meant for our staff to have a minute to take a break as well, because activities and arts and crafts, you guys will have just had a rather insane couple of hours with all of them. So that's your time to just take a break. So you guys have no expectations of you guys there, okay? Yes.
I just wanted to elaborate on the cleanup for arts and crafts. Like, it's not, I'm not asking the kids to just like do like the whole big mess that was made, but like, if your kid, if I'm like, hey, come back here, your kid like made a gargantuan mess, like hold your kids accountable.
Yeah.
Like, and some, like last year, I obviously won't be saying who, but it's like, they just let their kids leave, and I'm like, wait, I literally asked you to let your kids stay, and it was like not a big deal. Because if we're not holding their kids accountable for cleaning up, it's like, they go back home and they're whatever, oh, they let me do this at camp.
That's so true. Okay, I'm like trying to figure out how to word this. Okay, kids are people, okay? People are responsible for themselves. I don't care that it's a kid. The way I see it, if you do something bad, you are responsible for fixing it, okay? So exactly what Erica was saying, a lot of times kids, they just do some crazy stuff. They're not allowed to be off the hook for that. I think last year there was like a bunch of paint that got spilled on the tape, something like that. It was like a crazy mess. And the kids, if they did that, they have to clean up. If the kids broke equipment for activities, they have to at least pick it up. Yeah, they have to buy it. They have to pay for it. That's coming out of your paycheck, buddy. No, they have to at least clean it up. Like, I mean, come on, especially if they were being careless. I get if it's an accident, but if they're just being careless and then they have the audacity to like walk away like it's nothing, that's not okay. So I appreciate that.
And before you leave crafts or before you leave probably any activities, come to people who are responsible for that.
Yeah.
When we leave,
Yeah.
you should ask like a craft Allah, she's responsible for that, or whoever work with your group. Say, hey, is everything okay? Can we leave?
Yep. True. Check in with the department before leaving them. Make sure that they have what they need. Yeah, Allah.
Бачу, що цього року буде 45
That's what it was last year. Is that enough time? I can change it.
We'll be like testing out the schedule. Like we're
Yeah.
trying to time our crafts. We're like gonna.
Ну, на крафт usually уходить багато времени. Usually в них є більше времени. Depends, що вони роблять.
Yeah.
If we have 45 minutes, like we'll work with it.
Well, the thing is, I can still make changes to the schedule. This doesn't have to be final.
Алла, ти хочеш, щоб було більше времени трошки на крафт?
Ну, в нас як який день?
Depends, що ви
У
робите.
нас тут 30 minutes activity transition,
Mm-hmm.
то я думаю, що там трошки підгонимо.
Yeah.
30 minutes before lunch є, ми там, якщо ми не будемо встигати наші 30 minutes before lunch, я думаю, що ми окей.
You think so? Okay.
Ну і може якийсь день, скажімо, там Алла скаже, в нас це трошки більше времени займе. We can cut off time from here or there. But we'll try to be on schedule like you said.
Yeah. Well, okay, what we can do is this is what we can do. Since the older group is the larger group, because the older group is going to be both of the girls' older cabins and then the boys' older cabin. And the younger group will just be basically two cabins, one little kids, one little girls, and one little boys. So what we can do is have the first split be the older kids playing their sports while the younger do the craft. And then the second split will have the older, bigger group do the craft because we have a 30-minute buffer between craft and lunch. Would that be fair?
There's only one group of younger boys.
Yeah, that's how we always have it. Yeah, no, it's because it's like one cabin. So like one building, it will be 6 through 9, and then the other building will be 10 through 13. Yep. Okay, let me make a note of that. Let's do, oh, whoops. I know. I was actually confused because I didn't realize we always have less boys than girls. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's put older group, arts and crafts, split 2 before lunch. Okay. Yeah, that kind of gives you guys an extra like 15-ish minutes. You guys can even have up to an hour as long as we still have 15 minutes left before lunch to clean up, get reset, get back to our cabins, and just get ready for lunch. So I think that's fair. Okay. All right. Anything else? We're just about done here, so. No?
No, I wanna be able to give Arthur ideas. We're over invested, so we can have our own separate
We
meeting.
do a Google form, we just submit.
Yeah, I love Google Forms. So I
If you like, we can just send stuff to Viber if you'll take.
Yeah, send it.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'll look at it.
Okay, I was thinking,
Fine. If we're just doing our part. The seed is sown.
yeah, just use that staff group chat because it's pretty much all of us that are in it. So that, yeah.
Instead of paintball, water balloons filled with paint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a good one. That's a good one. No, you know what actually is fun? Have you guys ever done that game where it's like you have like a partner and they have a towel and you put a water balloon and you play volleyball? It's so fun. That's a good one. That's a good one. No, acid actually. Just kidding. I'm kidding. What? Okay.
No, we should make it with some gasoline in there.
Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so just use that group chat, guys. Like we're all in there. It's us. So everyone that's here is in that group chat. So it's good that you guys came here because I wanted you guys to just get familiar with each other. I just noticed, why did all the boys sit on this side and all the ladies sit on this side? Why'd you guys do that? Okay. Okay. All right.
They would be telling me activities the whole time instead of listening to you.
So true. Okay. True. Yeah. And then Oleg and James wouldn't have been talking the whole time. Like then they wouldn't have had that opportunity. Yeah, right. Okay, guys. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So that kind of concludes what I wanted to talk about. Pastor Ilya, did I miss anything? Yeah. I'm going to send all my key points to the group chat probably just so you guys can look back on what I said. There are some things I skipped over because it's too repetitive. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Anybody else think that you should say something about the уроки?
Yeah, anything to add?
About уроки?
Yeah, you want to turn? Oh, I'm done. Come on up here.
Хорошо, друзья. Друзья, мир вам. Три вещи скажу, и все. Три вещи скажу. Скажу тоже от себя. Спасибо большое за то, что мы беремся за эту работу. У нас с Аллочкой 4 детей идут в этот кемп, и они очень ждут это. Очень ждут. У меня есть друг в Наксвилле. Он сказал, если только откроются свободные места, пожалуйста, дай мне сразу знать. Я хочу, чтобы мои дети были там. А для наших это opportunity, да. Поэтому спасибо большое всем, кто трудится. Настя, спасибо за большую проделанную работу. Очень много сделано работы, очень организовано. Спасибо, правда. От всей команды тебе спасибо большое. Искренне благодарю тебя. Виктор, у тебя очень толковая жена. Настя, у тебя очень толковый муж. Спасибо, правда, спасибо большое. Пряника дал, теперь кнута. Знаете это? Что такое кнут? Ну, сначала подкормил сладеньким, потом дисциплина, потом обратно сладеньким. Кнут. Друзья, я хочу нас всех призвать к одному очень важному делу. Когда нас призывают молиться, нам надо закрыть глаза, как-то сложить руки или, не знаю, куда-то их подеть, кому как удобно. И надо молиться, друзья, надо молиться. Даже сейчас, когда нас призвали к молитве, пастор Илья молится, и я смотрю, кто что. Простите, друзья, я хочу это сказать. Нам надо начать молиться. Можно приготовить самую шикарную программу. И если мы не будем молиться, если Бог не благословит, сложно будет. Хочу попросить каждого из нас, мы как христиане, как ответственные, как работающие в этом лагере, включить в каждодневную молитву, вспомнить об этом лагере, то, что мы готовим. Пожалуйста, так искренне, с сердцем, так вдуманно молиться. Что-то Бог положит на сердце за учителей, за детей, за поваров, не знаю, за устройство, за schedule. Что вам Бог положит на сердце? Ну, давайте будем молиться. Я верю, что Бог благословит. Я верю, что Бог благословит. Это будет. И еще один момент. Хочу просто как сказать. Это значит, первое, что поблагодарил, да? Второе, молитва. И третье, я думаю, что мы будем уставать. Мы все уже знаем, что такое. Правда? Все работали, да, в лагере? Или кто-то первый раз? First time? И тем более ночью будешь уставать. Просто смотрите, друзья, смотрите на пятницу. Знание конечной цели облегчает поиск средств к ее достижению. Не знаю, поняли или нет, думайте про пятницу. Если вы устали, думайте, что скоро пятница. Если вы с кем-то поругались, скоро пятница. Если вам что-то не нравится, знайте, скоро пятница. Нам надо доделать до конца. Нам надо доделать до конца. Бог очень сильно, ему нравятся люди, которые до конца делают работу. До конца. Поэтому пусть Бог благословит нас, настрой правильный вот этот брать, и потихонечку у нас получится. За нами Бог. Спасибо большое. Еще у меня 2 момента, но об этом мы поговорим с пастором Ильей и с Анастасией. Спасибо большое. Спасибо. Олег, сколько время? 6 минут я вложился. 6 минут.
Четыре минуты. Есть еще кто-то, у кого-то есть что еще сказать? Это то, что Александр говорил, он должен за это говорить, потому что он духовный наставник. Он должен говорить за то, и хорошо, что он открыл глаза и посмотрел за нами. Это духовный лидер, это может делать. И потом он имеет point, чтобы это сказать. Это important. Но я думаю, верю в то, что понимаю то, что все мы знаем, что молитва это очень важно. Это очень важно. И все мы знаем, что молиться очень трудно. Это тоже все мы знаем. Потому что когда начинаешь молиться или читать Библию, дьявол поднимает весь ад для того, чтобы только не молился. Что-то зачесалось, кто-то позвонил, кто-то. И думаешь, ой, я же должен был помолиться. Господин родитель. Это очень важно. Это очень важно. И это для каждого из нас. Это каждого из нас. Даже в нашей жизни ежедневно. Это очень важно. Пусть Бог благословит вас. Алла, у тебя может что есть сказать? Нет? Пожалуйста.
Last year я делала гіфт для що ми робили? Прайс,
Ага.
Я хочу, щоб хтось робив це цього року, щоб не я робила.
Yeah, I was planning on doing that, but I will need some volunteers to do it with me because
Help you.
yeah, to help me because I'm like really bad at shopping, like honestly. So I don't know, I mean candy. I
What
have
do you mean
no.
like a bad in shopping? Don't have time or don't know
No,
what
like
to
I just
choose?
don't know what to get.
Ага.
I'm really, I don't, I
Тяжко
yeah.
було, бо ти приходиш в магазин і ти думаєш, трошки дивувати, трошки не підходить, знаєте, і воно так, ти не маєш як бути так трошки,
It's
знаєш,
hard,
це
like
не
I'm
твій
bored.
Who you want to pick?
Yeah, who wants to volunteer?
No, just pick. Say, hey, you want to go with me? You want to go with me?
Amazon.
Huh?
Amazon.
Well, okay.
Just go to 5 below and get trinkets.
It's not 5 below.
Я була
Oh, Sophia right here, this girl.
That's where all the like
Looks like she has
kids
good
stuff.
taste.
Yeah, she does have good
She
taste.
has good taste.
Good.
Just the burger.
Але ще щось може в тебе? Це good point був, так. Good point, yes. Це тобі розгрузка, дружся комусь, комусь когось.
Ти ну якось так може подумати, що хтось мав, як би сказати, таку способність, що кожен не понабирав безтолкових таких. Там постійно дивишся стільки безтолкових вещей.
I know.
Ну я навіть не знаю, як це. Я цим ніколи не робив.
That's what
Ніколи.
I'm saying. I don't like. To me, I see that stuff and it's just trash. Like
Да,
I.
да,
So but then I just don't. I wouldn't get anything.
Ну,
Like
представ,
I
хтось
just get
дивиться на це, чи дивиться, вау, so good. Хтось подивиться, trash. You know, you can
So that's why I'm bad. I'm too like strict. I'm too
Нікому не
boring.
показують перед кемпом, вже тільки ти в той день принесеш.
Ну, да. Ну, да. Anything else? Хто помне, що в аплікації, Анастасія, в аплікації ми казали, що треба буде внести. Ми говорили там вже. Ти помню, писала, що туди внести.
No walkie-talkies.
Но walkie-talkie, one more thing,
Oh, yeah.
пришло это. Мы об этом говорим, если, наверное, в аппликации. If any kid have a medical thing, they have to, I think it's an application.
Allergies and stuff.
Allergies or take some medicine or sugar diabetes pills.
Yeah. I already have a few responses on that too.
Okay, you're not on application. Okay, that's just спасибо.
Мене питання.
Yeah.
Настя, що в нас за з футболками десь є? Ми вже почали оперувати, вже лого все є.
Thank you, thank you. I forgot about that. Okay, t-shirts. Last year, Oleg,
Ага.
you did a t-shirt design last year. Are you available to help us with the design this year, or would you rather someone else take it off your plate?
I can try.
I
Let's
can
do this.
coordinate with you on the
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
Erica's good at that.
Let's not
I think I want to do it. I'll do
Boy,
it.
I'm scared.
Okay,
But there you go.
І сайз.
Oleg doesn't want any help.
Сайз правильно.
на реєстрації я поставила как option Okay, there's another point I want to talk about, the skits. You're right, the kids like it. So in the morning before our lesson, we have like a little skit. Okay, if we're gonna do that, we need volunteers, and I'm looking at the activities and the arts and crafts.
Это, наверное, volunteers, это, наверное, что у тебя есть on the roll, скажем, тебе надо 2 брата и 3 сестры.
Yeah. That worship team, is the arts and crafts team. It's the same people as arts and crafts. So Sophia, Angelina, Leah. Oh, sorry, that's Leah. I don't have my glasses on. Angelina's not here, but she's on there. And then we're gonna have Dennis Leskevich as the leader. So he'll go and pick songs, and then in the morning I'll talk to the worship about that. But yeah, it's our people here. So okay.
Там участвовали и учителя, и
Okay, I don't want teachers. It's nagruska and there's no time to practice. So I think what I'll do is I'll ask activities. So that's Michael. That's your name is Michael, right? Okay. Michael, I will call him David. Wow, Daniel. Daniel, Michael, who was your other helper? This guy. Okay, and Antoine. This guy. Okay, you guys, and then arts and crafts people. We'll just have like a few days where we alternate, but it'll have to be you guys. And practice for those will be. Let me look on our schedule. Okay, practice for that will be at 6:00. No, that's wrong. No, not in the morning. Okay, 6:00 is worship sound check. Well, you have a whole hour. Do you need a whole hour for sound check and worship? Okay, what we can...
где practice они делают.
Yeah. Okay, what we can do is practice for the skit, the next morning's skit. Maybe we can practice at 9. At 9? Okay, after service.
After like services, when all of like the chairs and things were moved around, can we have like a group of people? I would love to be in this group. I don't mind to be before any of the, how about you? I don't mind to be, but can we please have a group of people that will like clean the floor because it
Yeah.
got really bad there after like a few services, a few arts and crafts, and everything that's going on. Like,
Мы говорили, что остается какой-то класс по очереди.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. We did say that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it would be work best because I don't know if you can find some
Like rotational basis.
recreational things. Yes.
Okay, I can put that together. Thank you, Erica. I'll put that together. It will be maybe yes, Allah.
Яку сценку, яку Денис, Лестір нам Оксана давала і програма.
Nam Navinna, we'll probably have to write it ourselves.
Ну, ми можемо Оксани взяти, якщо в неї є.
We can Google it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to need helpers for getting the play together. I mean, I need actors. I already told you who the actors will be. You guys will be the actors, but I need also people to help actually make the skits or find the skits or put it together.
Alex сейчас сказал, it's gotta be по теме.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, of course. Yes. Okay, so I need a volunteer. Who's going to help me with getting the skits together? No, help. Oh, we'll do it together. You will? Yay! Okay, Luda. Okay, Luda, you'll be my helpful. Well, I'll connect with you later. But it'll be beforehand. Yeah, we'll write it out and set it up beforehand, and then we'll get the actors together at camp and give it to them. Yeah. Yeah, she's not going to act though. Not an actor. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have at least one, but the more the merrier. Erica. Okay. Yay. Okay. Awesome. Okay, Erica and Luda. So if you guys have suggestions for the skits, let me, Luda, and Erica know. Okay? Okay, is that it?
Does anyone want to say something? Кто еще, у кого что-то есть еще?
Okay, activities. You guys are okay doing skits? I mean, it has to be you guys. We can get James up there. No, you, buddy. Yeah. Ooh, costumes. Okay, okay. That's so cute. Okay, we have a lot of costumes at church. We even have beards.
Yeah, we saw those, you know.
Yup. Okay, I think that's it. Oh yes, Allah.
Я би хотіла би, щоб в цьому році ми мали.
Shh, silence.
Я би хотіла б мати кемп груп фото. Це зробити перший день з футболками, щоб не було так, як ми last year зробили.
Yes.
And what about last year group pictures? Де вони? Вони на вебсайті, так?
Okay. I'll put that in there. Group photo on the first day. Yes.
You know, it'd be cute because I have all my camp photos. If they could make a frame and then we could like print at the end of their day, like the week, like do a group photo. Because I still have mine from like.
Oh,
and
cute.
like they could make the frame for it, and then they could walk away with it.
Then if we can get
Oh.
of the pictures done the first
Yeah.
day, that would be ideal.
Like that would be.
And they can decorate the frame as a craft.
And those are very simple.
Wait, that is so cute. Okay.
Erica, who ordered the shirts last time?
Natasha Kanichuk.
Do you want to take over that?
I did not
Why
order
are you
those
blaming Erica? She has
He's volunteering as tribute.
I think that the shirts should be arts and crafts responsibility.
Yeah, I really don't want to do that.
I'll help design them. I
Yeah.
already said.
Well, ordering.
We'll design them.
Sure. No,
I don't think so. Oli should design them though.
I will contribute to that.
And then somebody has to iron.
What
them
color?
When they get here.
Big color?
Oh, what?
I'll figure that out.
Okay, Erica will figure it out. Are you guys okay with Erica's discretion on the color and design? Okay. It seems like Arthur wants.
Need a poll in the
Yeah.
staff chat. Giving us all.
Seems like Arthur has some. Okay.
Yeah, no dark colors. Too hot. No pink.
No pink. Yeah. If you guys could take care of the t-shirts for me, that would be really awesome. Once I have all the registration slots filled, then I will send you, because they're putting their shirt sizes in there, so I'll send you guys their shirt sizes.
Make sure that they're specifying if it's like adult large, adult small, because a lot of kids didn't do that and they were ordered like giant shirts.
It will be youth sizes. I'm gonna update the registration to say youth shirt size. Okay. Okay. Oh, if you guys haven't already gotten with your counselor partner to start planning your lessons, please start that, because the way I see it, from now until like the last week of May, we have like a month left. I don't want any of this stuff getting pushed the week before camp. Pretty much, if you think of it that way, if you stop, you're ready to go like a week before camp, then we have about a month left. So directors, arts and crafts, activities, please start planning with your helpers. I know our arts and crafts is already doing that. Arthur, if you haven't gone onto it already, made some meetings or ideas or whatever, please start that. And then counselors, please start making your lessons now. You have a month left. I don't know if you guys need to have meetings. If you guys want to all get together as one meeting, that's fine. If you want to only do with your partner, that's fine. If you want to do groups, but please start that soon, because you have a month left and you need 5 lessons. So yeah, if you guys need help, I put the lecture lesson structure format on the link. So what that is from our last meeting with Taras, I pretty much just like wrote down everything he said and made like a little bullet point for you guys to look at to help you guys out with that. So,
Is that everything?
come on, guys, keep it coming. No, you're good.
Counselors, because you know last year counselors were late, so we didn't have all our teachers when our kids came. What's our set time?
Oh, good question. Okay, open up your detailed schedule. Okay, so the one that says detailed, schedule. Please open that up. Okay. You will see that the staff schedule, you guys have to be there at 2 p.m. sharp. Everybody, okay? I'm paying a $50 fee to allow us to get there at 1. We don't have to get there at 1. We'll get there at 2. They'll let us in at 2 because that was a question. Last time you guys asked if we could even get there early, and we can if I pay. It's $50, not a big deal. So we'll get the early check-in, and we'll get that done. I need you guys there at 2 p.m. period. Okay, that's not negotiable. So I don't care if you're hungry after church and you want to have a little. I don't care, but you're there at 2. We'll feed you there. We'll have snacks, but you are not going to be late because last year it was very chaotic. What we need to do is have a meeting in the main hall. We need to debrief the upcoming schedules. We need to do our cabin assignments. We need to do all our announcements. You boys have to unpack your stuff. Security has to help unpack the kitchen. Counselors, you need to start decorating your cabins. You know, everyone, you guys always decorate your cabins. It makes it nice. So just go ahead and get started with that. Arts and crafts, you guys need to start setting up your area, unloading everything, unpacking. There's a lot to do. We only have 2 hours to meet, get everything put together, get everything prepared, разложить everything before campers arrive at 4. When campers arrive at 4, we are not allowed to be decorating or doing what we're not supposed to be doing. I mean, you guys, but counselors, you are here to you're greeting your campers. So if you're late, you're not going to be late. I mean, you're not going to be late. You're there at 2, everybody, okay? And we have to have a prayer. We need to get ready. You know, we'll feed you guys. It's fine. Okay, they arrive at 4 p.m. So for you guys, like supporting staff, just do what needs to be done, whatever you guys need to continue doing what you're doing. But counselors, stay in or directly outside of your cabin so they know who they're going to. Because at registration, we'll be like, oh, you're with Luda in this cabin. So Luda, you'll be, hello, I'm Luda. This is your cabin. Welcome. Okay. Registration will close at 6, and like right at 6 as the last people, hopefully there's no one still checking in, but that's when we're going to go ahead and do our opening ceremony. So we're going to meet in the main hall, and that's when we're going to do our introduction. We'll do like maybe a small sermon, something like that, worship, prayer, announcements, that kind of stuff, get to know each other. And then we'll have dinner at 7. After dinner, we'll just release the kids into your care. You guys will get ready for bed. You guys will pick your team name, kind of get situated in your cabins, and then lights out is at 10. Okay, I added another new thing to our schedule. It's called cabin wind down. It's at 9:50. That means 10 minutes before lights out, you guys have to have a little cabin prayer in your cabins. So that's very important. And you guys can take turns. If you guys as a teacher want to lead the prayer, then you can do whatever you want. But cabin prayer, 9:50. Everyone has their water bottles filled up. Everyone has their pajamas on. Everyone has their blankie, whatever. And that is your wind down. You just, get ready for bed, calm down, everyone chill out, pray, read your verse, go over what you talked about today. And then at 10 o'clock, that's when the lights turn off. So that's the other new thing. And security. Okay, what we've always done is they've said, oh, you can't leave the cabin after lights out, but that's pretty unrealistic because people have to use the bathroom. So, I mean, I guess if they need to use the bathroom after lights out, then you'll just have to be watching them, not.
Then if they usually walkie-talkie to security and they walk them to those bathrooms up top.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you walkie-talkie, some cabin is already sleeping.
Yeah.
You're walking like, hello, I want to go to the bathroom. If she has to go to the bathroom.
If they're charging, they should turn them off. So
I think just,
security should have it on.
yeah.
I guess you just walk out from the cabin and then go to the bathroom, or usually security walk them to the bathroom. And normally we go bathroom around the area, not go.
Not all the way down.
Not all the way back.
We can hang out around the cabin.
Yes.
Let the
Yeah.
kids pop out, be like, hey,
Yeah, don't just, yeah.
we'll have the lights and everything and we'll lead them.
Yeah, don't just be sitting around the fire spitting sunflower seeds. Like, actually watch them. So if someone comes out, okay. Someone comes out and they need to use the bathroom, just walk them to the bathroom. So, and they all have to have their waters filled up. There's no, I'm thirsty. So they have their waters in their cabin. The only thing they can do is go use the bathroom. Yes, Arthur? Oh, that's not a question? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can have extra water bottles, a few of them. Yeah, they're supposed to. Okay, all right. No extra waters then. Yeah. Okay, this has been very helpful. See, I can't think of everything, so it's nice when you guys say things. Okay. Okay. Do we cover everything? Anybody else? Come on. Who? Anything else, guys? Oleg, anything to add?
I think if security could get like a Taco Bell run for all the counselors.
You can go without the
No,
Taco Bell.
yeah, they're here. We're here for the kids for a week. They could.
You need to.
I know some of us.
We want our Taco Bell.
Some of us.
Taco Bell.
You can have self-control for a week. You can have self-control for a week.
I don't know about Taco Bell, but we'll talk about that later, guys.
You're a for yourself. So.
Nah. Okay, we'll talk about that later, Oleg. We'll discuss that later. Later.
Like, you can have your own late date after camp.
Okay. Okay, you know what? You got me there. You got me there. Okay.
And what you could, we have access to the kitchen. If you're hungry, the ladies more welcome you to go eat in the kitchen. So.
Yeah, we could do like a midnight
I mean, a couple
sandwich
years ago, we were
party.
eating the leftover pizza like 11 o'clock at night. There was like 10 of us back there.
That's true. Oh, speaking of the kitchen, do not let your children into the kitchen. Period. Yeah. No, at all. At all. Like, that was one thing I talked with, yeah. I know we like to make trips into the kitchen for leftovers and little snacks and water, whatnot, and that's fine, but kids are not allowed in the kitchen under any circumstances. They are not allowed to be there. Even if their mommy and their little whatever is in there, you're completely irrelevant. Your mom could not even be there for all I care. Completely irrelevant. You do not belong in the kitchen, period. Yeah, you better, James. That's right. That's what I like to hear. Yeah. I agree. You guys heard him? He said this is going to be the best camp ever, right? Amen. The kids are going to have fun. They don't care. Yeah. Well, you'll have to rein it in a little bit, James. Okay. Okay, good. I think that's it. Don't be shy.
Yeah, let's go home. It's getting hot in here.
All right. All right, все.
Благодарим Тебя, Господь, мы славим Тебя. Мы славим Тебя, Господь. Даем имя Твое, благодарны Тебе, Господи, за все то, что мы имеем, Господь. Аллилуйя. Хвалу Тебе, воздаем славу Тебе, Господь.
Дякую тобі, Отець дорогий, за те, що ти ложиш на серце наше добре бажання совершати цей труд. Дякуємо тобі, Отець дорогий, за кожного брата, за кожну сестручку, Господь дорогий. Дякуємо тобі, Ісус Христос, за те, що ми знаходимо час, посвящаємо своє время, організовуємо. Господи, від самого малесенького діла до самого великого. Нехай буде благословіння Твоє, нехай буде устройство Твоє, Господь дорогий. Нехай в нас буде радость, нехай буде ревність, нехай, Господь дорогий, в нас устрояється все те, що ми запланували. Отець дорогий, ми благословляємо кожного працівника, ми благословляємо, Господь, кожного, хто буде трудитися. Ісус, дорогий, благослови нас як команду, як дітей Твоїх. Ми нуждаємося в Твоїй благодаті. Господь дорогий, в молитві йдемо до Тебе, просимо Твого благословення, Ісус Христос. Ми будемо іще багато раз в молитві кликати до Тебе, Господь дорогий, призивати Твоє ім'я, святе Отець дорогий, тому що ми нуждаємося в Тобі, тому що ми розуміємо, що в нас самих може получитися сухо і зовсім не то, що Ти хочеш, Отець дорогий, а з Тобою, Господь, в нас получиться в дитячі сердечка посіяти мощне слово благодаті Твоєї, Отець. Ми хочемо, Господь, щоб ці діточки, вони укріплялися в Тобі, щоб вони пізнавали Тебе, щоб вони на все життя оставалися християнами, щоб Ти міг їх піднімати для слави Твоєї. Господь дорогий, благослови Ісус Христос. Благослови наш добрий Бог. Ми нуждаємося в Твоїй благодаті, в Твоєму благословенні. Боже святий, церков ще буде молитися, Господь. По домах ми будемо молитися, будемо кликати до Тебе. Отець, ми нуждаємося в Твоєму благословенні. Храни, Господь дорогий. Храни від всяких нещасних случаїв, Господь дорогий. А враг свої козні хоче вистраювати, а враг хоче теж якесь посмішище, хоче нанести урон, Господь дорогий. Ми призиваємо охрану і защиту імені Ісуса Христа. Бог святий, пожалуйста, храни, Отець дорогий, від першого денечка заїзда, геть, до останнього, Господь, хай буде защита і охрана Твоя во ім'я Ісуса Христа. Ми призиваємо кров Ісуса Христа, защиту нашу. Благослови, Отець дорогий, милостю Твоєю, благодаттю. Благослови, Господь дорогий. Благослови церкву нашу, служителів, Господь, благослови. Всіх, хто, Господь, ревнує, хто трудиться, хто переживає, Господь, хто в молитві несе, Отець дорогий. Ми благословляємо іменем Твоїм. Ісус Христос, нехай благословенно буде ім'я Твоє святе, наш добрий Бог, Отець, Син і Дух Святий. Амінь. Господа нашего Иисуса Христа и любовь Бога Отца и общение Святого Духа да пребудет со всеми нами. Аминь. С миром Божьим. Yes.